And we begin with this. Lawmakers are pushing toward the end of the legislative session. The Senate voted to greenlight Governor Brad Little's Idaho Launch bill. The bill would provide $8,500 scholarships to eligible high school graduates, and it goes to students who pursue workforce training for in-demand career paths. But first, JFAC proposed a new Medicaid budget. The House floor denied their first proposal earlier this week, and Andrew Bartline is following the state capitol for us today. Andrew, what's new about this Medicaid budget? Well,
at large, it's a $152 million reduction to the budget from what we previously saw. However, the budget still marks more than $4.6 billion in total. Democrat Representative Colin Nash motioned for the line item change in the disenrollment savings portion of that budget. The change to the budget is supported by a 17-3 vote in that joint committee, and it's not about reducing services, I should say, to people on Medicaid, but the number of people on Medicaid is dropping as the federal government removed Medicaid protections for certain groups of people through COVID. The state calls that whole process unwinding. So up to 150,000 people are on the Idaho Medicaid rolls may not qualify anymore. As the state unwinds the rolls and removes people from Medicaid coverage, well, Medicaid will pay out fewer claims.
It's not very often outside of a public health emergency that we're reverting a lot of dollars back to Medicaid. So my pitch to the members of this committee would be, if we're going to roll the dice on a potential supplemental next year, let's aim small and let's miss small.
There was a substitute that failed in that committee. Republican Representative Josh Tanner made that motion. His budget expected significantly more savings from that disenrollment, nearly a $1 billion reduction to the budget in total. Representative Tanner says he has looked at other states, and he says that Idaho isn't aligning with what he sees elsewhere.
Most of them think that there's going to be a significant number come off of them. A lot of these people came off, if you could come on, just due to being displaced due to COVID. So if you end up, most of these people will no longer qualify. And I think most states see that, and most states are kind of adjusting for that. Idaho didn't make that full adjustment. I'm just making that adjustment here.
If the state underprojects what they spend in that budget, they will have to cover the gap next legislative session with a supplement. Nash's $4.6 billion Medicaid budget now moves to the House floor. And over in the Senate, they passed the Idaho Launch bill today. That moves the bill to Governor Brad Little's desk. The bill came from the governor's office, so he's fully expected to sign it into law once he receives it. It offers $8,500 scholarships for high school graduates to pursue in-demand careers. It would cost the state about $102 million annually. The debate surrounding this came from the ethics of the program, where some senators see it specifically as a corporate handout.
I would prefer that we let capitalism do what it does best, identify demands and naturally fill in with supply, and that we as a state focus on our constitutional mission in the secondary education space. And if we have any excess revenues, which are taxes, then we return those to our taxpayer so that they can put that to work in the way they see fit.
The trailer bill is following the launch bill that's retained on the House floor calendar. It would limit launch scholarships to only technical schools and community college, along with lowering the maximum cost for this whole program at $80 million a year. Some senators say this trailer bill patches the holes that they specifically want fixed in that bill. And as we near the end of the legislative session, we'll wait to see if the House pushes forward that trailer bill. We do fully expect the governor to sign his own bill, Shira, and put this launch bill into law.
All right, Andrew Bartline, thank you for breaking down those bills for us today.